Hey guys, what's up? In today's video, we're gonna be building in a very simple railgun for creative. Probably build it off of looking at it, but pretty much what you want to go for is a 2x3. Then you want to have an extra block on one of these sides, and then you're gonna place down one of these with it flipped on, then all the redstone. And after that, on that extra block, you want to place a block, place one up here. Break that block, place a redstone storage lever. Then on that redstone storage, you want a one of these. How did I manage to forget its name? I use it the most. Observer against the torch, redstone torch, going into a wax copper bulb, any color. And this is where you're gonna need the most complicated part probably in redstone. You're gonna need a redstone comparator with it not turned on, redstone repeater, then redstone comparator with the tip turned on. Then you're gonna need redstone here, here, and here. Now you're gonna have to place down all these blocks up here. You just want a 2x3 and attach it as 2 blocks, and it has to be the same direction as this one. And then after doing all that, you're going to place down an extra block and place down a piece of redstone. Make sure this extra block, those glass, make sure all these are some other block that's non-transparent. Then you're going to come over here, place down 2 blocks. Then on down here, you're going to place one coming off, one right here, build up. Then off that one, you want to build another. Break this. Then place down your redstone line. Then right here you want to place one dispenser, 2 dispensers, and 3, which this third one should be off this one. Now you're going to come over here, build off the glass like this, over one, build 2 up. Then you're going to grab yourself a dispenser, and you're going to place it against this, and this block. You're going to come all the way to the top, and you're going to pretty much make a circle of dirt, like this. Place one block, place a simple smooth stone slab. Then after doing that, you want to seal off both sides with dirt. Then preferably you break it. Then you want to come to the very top, place down the water, and it should fall all the way down. That's how the bottom should look, with 3 pieces of exposed dirt. Next layer, 2 exposed, 2 exposed, 2 exposed. No, 3 exposed at the very top. Then you're going to recap that on. Then boom, you got yourself a simple thing. Now, what these do are the very simple redstone, pretty much railgun shot makers. You're going to use this command. You can take a picture if you want. That should place down a huge column of deep slate. This should just test if it was working. And you're going to copy in this command, which will teleport everything towards you, including the TNT, which is gonna summon a charge, which can blast through all 75 layers. This only works when stuff is over your head, though. But to be honest, it is amazing for griefing. Yes, grief, you can easily just pierce straight through it. And it gets through awfully quickly. Seriously, like, it only takes it 4 seconds to get back up to its point. You see, I'm spamming it, and it's still getting through, just barely. It'll summon it right above your head, so you just line yourself up, vertically looking, and you just summon it, and whatever's in its way, it will be gone. You can see there's some sound that's coming off of it that it's breaking the sound on my TV. Okay, so that means we're out. That was wonderful. Okay. Now whenever you want to refill it, you can manually refill it. Or by pressing Control and pick block, you can get it as a block already filled, as long as you put the TNT in it. Then after that, pretty much you're just gonna go to every one of these and replace it. I forgot. So this bottom one, you must have a block here. So it looks like this. This allows you to refill. Make sure you always have this. It cannot be a ladder, or the TNT will phase through. Sorry, I hit my mouse. But the TNT can phase through, and then it's just a big problem. Now, long as if you have this loaded in and creative, it'll work. You can even unload it after it starts exploding. So let's say I want to go like off over here, where I actually have a different one. This one's 30 times stronger. But the problem with this one is, well, it's really laggy. Okay, so they both should be on the edge of a render distance. Meaning, if I fly up a few blocks, spawn this, fly down, go dead center, which it... There. This is a max power charge. This should have enough force to perfectly clear everything that's in its path. Anything and everything should be cleared. This is the best way to seem like an admin. Especially with one command, you can get rid of anything. And it's actually pretty controlled. These are with the big boy that was over there. It actually can blast a pattern into it, which is a pretty cool pattern. And if you're struggling with getting rid of stuff, you can simply hook it up to a fishing rod by doing this command right here. Then what I prefer is simply, you need to do this part pretty well. You can't really mess up, or else then big problem. Okay. So before we do anything, you want to load in whichever one you're using. Which I guess I can use both. Because this is double the power, obviously. Now what this means is everything's at my edge. Everything should be perfectly positioned. There. Perfectly smooth. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna place down one of these, you're gonna drop a temporary block onto it. Make sure it's wood. Redstone torch. Then after redstone torch, you're going to grab your fishing rod, you're going to cast it onto it, then boom. Now you must check, you see, it is need redstone, and pretty much what happens is whenever I pull, you see, it should have blasted the pattern in, but because we're using two, it can't. But the good part is, if you want to actually do this really well, it takes very little to make it the best you can get it. It's probably everything you're gonna need. Then what you're gonna do, temporary block. Then you actually need one piece of redstone. You're gonna place on that piece of which, what I would do, is come over here, make sure I set all of them off for surface. Until the game starts freezing. That's how we know we have max. Give the game a second to load. And while I'm giving it a second to load, I will drop a piece of redstone on. One redstone torch. Up. I get a lot of redstone. Then you're gonna come up to the height you want, and this will just spawn it directly on you. Boom. Now you can act like Wimbu. I call down. Well, there you go. One call down orbital strike. And yes, it does put a perfect 2x2. The good part about these small designs is they take very little time, they don't lag, so you can just repeatedly call them down non-stop. They'll get through whatever you put against. As long as if it's not that tall. I'm just gonna open this up to show you that it is powerful. And the main problem you're probably gonna be having is it keeps running out, so you're gonna keep having to come over and refuel.